Stop circling.
Well, I met this lady and I told her quite a story. Said I love her forevermore. But the trouble is I tell the same old story to every girl that walks through the door. You see the slick start talking at you, honey. Well, first they love me and then they don't. Sometimes they do it and sometimes they won't. So I said to this girl, hey, you get out. And she got to her feet and began to shout, you a dinosaur bro, a dinosaur bro. And you're always lying to your friends. You're a dinosaur bro, a dinosaur bro. And you never get nothing in the end. What you talking about, ladies? This is the slickster talking to you. I don't do nothing but tell the truth. Well, they thought this dude might learn a lesson, but I didn't learn a thing at all. While late last night, I was out there messing with a lady that was 7 feet tall. Now that was a big woman. So I said, hey, baby, spend the night at my house. She said, no way, you jack little mouse. I said, hey, now, baby, can't take no more. So she threw me on the floor in a bigger floor, singing, dinosaur bro, a dinosaur bro. And you always lying to your friends. You're a dinosaur bro, a dinosaur bro. And you never get nothing in the end. Hey, wait a minute, everybody. Ain't no dinosaur bro. Now come on up, man, and break it down for the 69. Sooner or later you'll see the light. You gotta stop your job on the Monday night. If we catch you.
And here we
Good Tuesday night. It is 8:51 Eastern, and this is Tuesday Night TerrorVision. I'm Etep, right here with you with Mrs. Co-host Trina. How you doing, Trina?
I'm well, happy to be here. Welcome to our guests, Chris and Allan, and Vinnie's joining us tonight too. Looking forward to this review with you guys.
Hell yeah.
absolutely.
Welcome back to the program, Allan and Chris. Good to have you guys back. It's been a while.
Yeah, happy to be back, man.
Glad to have you guys.
Absolutely. I'm so glad you have us.
Absolutely. And Vincenzo, this is his debut here on Tuesday nights. He's a regular, obviously, on every other show we do here on the channel. He's one of the horsemen, and one of the best mug shorties players I've ever encountered. Him and Chris Fisk have they've harnessed the Wonder Twins' power of misogyny.
That's right.
And it has played to their advantage on the scoreboard. Let's say how we got Lunar Girl in the chat. And Scrambles is here. What is up, everybody? Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. Links are in the description to the video. you can choose to support us on Patreon, or you can not. You can just subscribe. That's free. It always will be. But if you want to become a brain buster on Patreon, there's the link right there in the chat. That is patreon.com/wrestling with horror 420. We have one tier, $2. That's all I charge you. And you have a lot of content over there. There's 2 episodes of the show after the show, going up to bringing that to 7 total. There's 9 Andy Sedaris movies over there. The Crow, we're going to redo the rest of those. You've got Salem's Lot, the original commentary, coming soon over there, as well as the new one. As soon as that drops, I'll be covering that. And patrons will get early access to our Halloween videos, starting with Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers, one of the movies I haven't reviewed, and then I will put the omnibus together, and you guys will get the entire Thorn trilogy review all in one. That is ahead on Wrestling with Horror coming into this October, which is it's our time to shine here because we're a horror channel.
Do you feel that? My nipples just got hard.
Mine are they're poking through my other red flannel.
Glass.
Like that Sir Mix-a-Lot song, put them on the glass.
All I know is I heard Salem's Lot, and I got all excited over here.
I'm planning on rewatching that soon.
Yep, we're gonna do a commentary. You can just watch along with us, Vinny. We do the commentary, buddy. I haven't seen it.
Sweet.
I have not seen that one since I was a kid. It scared the bejesus out of me. And I was watching clips when I did my video the other day on it, and I was like,
They're still creepy.
Yeah, that original one, that the kid outside, the Glick kid outside the window. Oh my god.
Yeah. I only remember seeing pieces of it. That's why I'm looking forward to when you guys.
I honestly, if my memory serves me correct, that was the one that got me into horror, because I watched that on its original airing when I was a child.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Yeah.
So I saw it on a replay because it was, I think that came out, 79? Was it 79? 78 or 79, around there? It was a couple years. It was a couple years before. I was like a year to 2 years before I was born.
But they re-aired it,
yeah, that's when I saw it. I was like 5 or 6. I watched it. And I was like, oh my God, it scared the shit out of me. Like, I'd seen other horror movies at that point, but that one, it's just the way it was presented. It had such a creepy aura. The town is a character in that. That is.
Oh yeah. That house, the Matson house, is such a character of that movie.
Yes. And that's that I got that the DVD, and there goes Michael Myers, but I got that on the King of Horror. That's an 8 film collection.
Nice.
$14.96 at Walmart, and the other one that here, let me embiggen myself, because we'll be giving this away the first week of October. The Thing 3-movie collection.
Oh yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, we'll be giving this away. I picked that up specifically for the giveaway. I got one for myself too, of course, but this one is to give away to a listener, a watcher, whatever you want to call yourselves, a Kazooian, a Harvey Wakuian producer, a brain buster. Somebody's gonna get a fucking Thing 3-movie collection, courtesy of me. I'm paying the shipping. There you go.
Sweet.
So if I could do a shameless plug right now, considering the fact that you said that you were talking about the Stephen King collection there, the King of Horror, it is Stephen King's birth month. So on our channel, on Grave Reviews this month, we are doing King Timber, and every Thursday night, other than this week because we're adulting this week, had to take some time off. But every night, every Thursday night, we're doing a King cover, and so not this Thursday, but the following, we're bringing up Maximum Overdrive.
Oh,
nice.
Oh, I have seen that movie so many times, and it never gets old.
It's so bad, it's wonderfully delicious.
Masterpiece.
I used to watch that every time it was on TV. I'd be like, "This is what we're watching."
Yep.
What up, J-Man?
Hey, J-Man.
What's up?
That I love. Curtis, are you dead? Curtis.
I love it.
Lisa,
yes,
I love it.
Was that Lisa Simpson? Yeardley Smith? Wasn't that the gal that was in that?
I think so.
Yep. Yeah. So that's Yeah, that's a fantastic movie. A lot of cocaine went into writing that, I do believe.
A lot of cocaine went into producing that as well.
The entire production was riddled with Tony Montana.
Right.
That's, I think, the easiest way to say it.
Well, you know, it's Emilio Estevez also, and as Chris and I often say, it's not Emilio Estevez, but it's pretty good.
Yeah. It's no Maximum Overdrive. But cinematic masterpiece. Come on. You got Akadaka playing in the background, a whole album.
So quite honestly, we were talking about The Shining at one point, and Chris said something about Nicholson. And I said, well, he is no Emilio Estevez. and it kind of stuck with the channel. We've been doing it ever since.
Oh, that's great.
We got Brutal's in the house, Hail Brutal, and
Hey, Brutal.
the High King Fentanyl. Oh wait, hang on. All right, he can make an appearance here. Do I still have him? I do. There he is, right there. Bow before the greatness of the greatest black man to ever live, baby. St. Florida Fentanyl. I died for all your sins, baby. There we go. He made an appearance. I haven't done that in a minute.
You just said, "Give me all your money."
It was a he had to stop by. It's a horror stream and he's a ghost. So there we go. That's the correlation.
It works.
But it's funny. You mentioned Nicolas Cage because we reviewed Longlegs last week.
Yeah.
I didn't find that one, but I found what was it, Renfield?
I haven't seen Renfield yet. I have not seen that yet.
I'll give Cage one thing, man. He was a pretty good Dracula.
In my opinion, he was the only thing in that movie that was a redeeming factor.
Yeah. It was pretty
That's fair.
awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But he was good, and I like they did like an homage to Bela Lugosi as well with the black and white stuff, and they kind of did the intros for them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh yeah, I could actually see him if they did a Bela Lugosi Dracula movie and they just wanted Nick Cage to play him. I'm like, I would watch that.
Yeah,
And Nick Cage would do it. He does everything.
And that's the thing I love about Nick Cage is it doesn't have to be the greatest movie ever. What was it, Willy's Wonderland or whatever? But man, he gives it everything he's got every time, and I love him for it. I love him for it.
Yeah, I love Nick Cage.
I was gonna say I don't think he ever held back on a role. Sorry, Trina.
No.
I was just gonna answer J-Man's question. Yeah, I did see Trucks. I don't remember it though. So I definitely liked Maximum Overdrive better.
Yeah, I've never seen Trucks either.
J-Man, maybe you can loan me Trucks and we can do a review on that one, brother.
Yes, let's do it.
We need to review that. We could actually do a side by side. We could do a double with Trucks and Maximum Overdrive. I think it'd be fantastic.
I think you might be biting off a little more than you could chew there, sir. that might be too much greatness at once.
Let me take another edible then.
At least two. You got
I just took two, so we might have to take two more. Hang on. We'll see. We'll see in about 15 minutes how we're feeling. But all right, we do have Max is a 10 out of 10, so there's that. That would be one of those movies that, because like I go on a 5, I not to jump the shark, but on sheer enjoyment and insanity alone on that one, I would probably give that a perfect fucking score because I've seen that movie so many times unnecessarily. Mm-hmm. And it has the AC/DC on the soundtrack. I'm like, I can't really ask for much more than that. I dig it, but
and all the cable companies just constantly put it on at different times through the years, like always on.
Yeah, it was glorious.
Any given time of day or night,
yes.
Click on basic cable and here's fucking Maximum Overdrive, and there'd be Maximum Overdrive on one channel, Shawshank Redemption on the other channel, and then like.
And Predator was always on as well.
Right.
Yep. For me growing up, it was Flash Gordon every time. Every time.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Not at all.
No. Another wonderfully horrible, delicious movie.
Yep, absolutely. All right, here we go. Tonight, folks, our movie is the 2013 Evil Dead. Nothing like that music to catch you off guard at the during the opening credits.
Oh yeah,
one of them little things. This I'm not much of an Evil Dead expert. I'm kind of a franchise tourist, admittedly. I've seen the originals. I've seen the first one more recently than the other two. The other two I haven't seen probably would be 2 decades at least.
All right.
At least.
Arguably, Evil Dead 2 is the best out of the original movies.
I will agree with that.
Yeah, that's arguably the best one. But then the series, I think, is just on another level. The Star series was fantastic.
Ash vs. Evil Dead, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And I think you got to remember with this film, this is not a remake. This is its own thing.
Yep.
And this is another reason why I want to come on to give you a little more backstory on what they were actually going to do. So this is before the Star series. They were going to do this film. They were going to do another film with Bruce Campbell, and then they were going to have a third one where the two of them are come together.
Right.
And that was going to be their new kind of 3-movie deal that they were going to do.
Okay.
So that's why they went more horror based with this one. And that's why I appreciated the hell out of this, because it was a straight up horror movie. This isn't a, tongue in cheek Ash thing.
Nope.
Ash is fantastic. His Evil Deads are something completely different.
Yes.
And that's why I was curious to see how they were going to do this. Should he make another movie? And from what I understood, it was going to go a little bit darker as well. His comedy was still going to be there. And then by that third one, you're going to see how it kind of blends together and how his interaction is going to be with the redhead and all that.
I loved the fact that even though they took this one much more serious, and as you said, darker, much more horror oriented, they still had those nods to the original. Which I was as a fan of the original, I was so grateful for that. But I will say this, as far as this, as the Evil Dead series is concerned, I think Evil Dead Rise has the greatest title card scene of any of them.
Yes.
But man, the transformation in the first 10 minutes or so of this one, man, it's a punch in the face. It's so well
or a
done.
Shotgun blast to the face.
Exactly. So well done.
I love the directing in this. I hated Evil Dead Rise. I only liked the opening, and that was it. That's the movie I wanted to see in Evil Dead Rise. That's the movie I wanted, and they didn't give us that. They gave us something totally different. And
Evil Dead Rise was the what was left over they could put together from all the sequels, what they were gonna be.
Yeah, I don't know.
I felt so let down by Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah,
we were just the opposite. I really enjoyed the creepiness to it, and the take on. Like I said, I was telling Etep, crank the speakers up and listen to the sound reverberate from the recordings and stuff. I thought was really enjoyable.
Absolutely. And I will say this, the main star in that one, she was fantastic. I bought it when she was in the hallway talking to her daughter through the doorway, through the door peephole. I was like, that is the creepiest fucking thing I've seen, and I can't tell you how long. It was so well done.
She's a good actress. I'll definitely say that. But to me, the story, the whole situation, the whole backdrop, how they did that, none of it made sense to me. It was
that absolutely. There's a bank vault under the city that contained Romans shit from a couple hundred years ago.
I hated it. Absolutely hated that.
But come on, guys, we're talking about an Evil Dead movie. It doesn't have to absolutely make sense. All you have to remember is if you find a script or a scroll that looks like it's surrounded by skin of some sort,
mustn't read from the book.
Do not read that shit.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Myself and I know Trina, we're diehard Evil Dead fans.
Yeah.
I love the heart. The one we're going to talk about tonight. I'm not sure where Trina fell on that. I don't remember. But,
okay. So you're asking my overall opinion on the movie?
Yeah, on the one that we're reviewing tonight.
I have a lot of mixed feelings about this. It's obviously not my favorite Evil Dead. I definitely liked it better than Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah.
And I think it's a pretty good Evil Dead movie for not having Ash Williams in it.
Yeah. That's, I mean, like I said, because we know they went more horror based with this. So that's why. But like I said, the story itself, though, it makes sense. A group of friends, just like the original, they go to a freaking cabin, but one of them, she's trying to detox, they're trying to save her. The story's there. Yeah. And the backdrop story, because it's the cabin.
Yep. The Delta's there.
Yeah. But it's sort of like it's a different cabin on top of it, because I know that's the other thing they talked about. Again, it's not in the film, but they talk about it. Bruce has mentioned a bunch of times on stage and stuff too. The 3 books from Army of Darkness, this is one of the books.
Right. Yep.
The one that's in his movie is another book.
Yep.
So that's how they were going to start to connect all this stuff too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because I'm friends with Serena Vincent, and her husband, he was also a stunt dude, and they're good friends with Bruce Campbell. So I got a little extra info on some of this.
Oh, nice.
That's where I also got the Fede Alvarez. When he was in on it, he'd come out at some point and said that there's certainly room to write in a 4th book and put that somewhere along the line ahead. And that was like early on before everything got scrapped up. And I mean, this whole franchise was like, rights were owned over here for part of these, so it was hard
all
to
over the place.
Bring it all together without.
It really feels like it's piecemealed, but feels like it was piecemealed in the correct manner, if that makes sense to you.
Say it one more time.
It feels like it was kind of piecemealed. You know, there's you grab a piece from here and grab a piece from there and you grab a piece from there, but it feels like they did it right, the correct way. To me.
I got to say, because I think Fede Alvarez, he is an amazing director. He caught every type of creepiness in there. The cinematography was amazing. Everything was like, even the parts that were very dark, he still had like enough light where it was really cool. It caught something special. Like when the one chick, like the nurse one, that she's in the bathroom, like that. When she turns to the camera, it was almost like Resident Evil 1 when you first see a zombie. Like
the sounds you heard were definitely like on bone, on sinew kind of.
Yes.
Stuff like that, I really appreciate. That's why, like, going into this, I knew it wasn't going to be a Bruce Campbell movie. That's why I was fine with that. If this is going to be straight up horror, that's what they were going for. I think they hit the nail on the head. That's why I enjoyed this film.
I agree.
Sometimes literally at the end.
Oh, Jesus. Dude, this when I first saw this, like I said, I rented it, and like I said, franchise tourist, The Evil Dead. So I watched this one, and within the first 10, 15 minutes, and I'm like, okay, this is not going to be like the one that I know. All right. So and I wasn't the biggest fan when I saw it when it first came out. Like Friday the 13th Part 9, this one probably maybe a little more so, because I don't hold the franchise as near and dear. I've softened a little bit on it. Like, I appreciate it, especially with what you said about what they were going to do and what their goal was with the franchise and where the direction they were going to take it. I can appreciate it a little bit more in that respect now that I know, obviously it's okay. They're not trying to redo the first one. They're putting their own spin on it. So it's its own thing. And they wanted to do this. They're trying to set things up. Okay. So I appreciate that. But yeah, the little winks and nods. Like, I love the sweeping camera work through the woods.
We call that Raimi Cam.
Raimi.
Raimi Cam. That's fucking. I love that. The cinematography like at the very beginning of the movie, like the drone. I'm pretty sure there were drone shots even back then over the woods, and just the way everything was shot. It was fucking gorgeous.
Yeah,
that's one thing that I noticed upon rewatching this tonight was the cinematography, and this is fucking fantastic. The gore effects are crazy. I'm not very familiar with Fede Alvarez's work on the whole.
He did
just Romulus, Alien Romulus.
That's right.
Yeah, and fantastic. Same that dark, foreboding kind of overall feel to the cinematics.
Yeah.
Didn't he also do Drag Me to Hell? Was that?
No, he did Don't Breathe.
Don't Breathe.
Okay.
Don't Breathe.
I haven't seen that yet. I need to see that because
I loved it.
The what's his actor?
Stephen Lang.
Stephen Lang is. Yep. He was in Terra Nova, and I absolutely loved him in that. And then he was in Avatar, and I wanted the Space Marines to win in Avatar. I'm like, fuck them blue Smurfs and them Fern Gully ass motherfuckers.
This was his first like big movie. Was Evil Dead, because he had done like an independent film.
Okay.
Yes. And that's what caught Raimi's eye, because he did something. I forgot how long. It was kind of short. Maybe I can't remember the number, but he had like, it was like an alien invasion that came down, and he did it on a string shoe budget and made it look like it was a multi-million-dollar picture. Oh, wow. And that's what he's like. Okay. Yeah, I want this guy. We need him on here. So yeah, from this one, he ended up doing a couple other films. Oh yeah, it was called I think it was called Panic Attack, but it was it's in like Spanish or something, or Argentinian. But yeah, he did this one. He did Don't Breathe. He did The Girl in the Spider's Web, which is the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, the sequel. So like he has the chops for it, and his vision is really good. That's I haven't seen Romulus, but I would like to see it. I just don't want to give Disney money, but evil corporation. But I think this guy is a super talent, and I want to see him do more movies like this too.
I can't agree with you more. And I love the fact that you use the term Remy Cam. By the way, I'm stealing that from you. Or unless I have your permission. That's
the reason why we call it that is because in the two, the first two movies, it was Sam Raimi had the camera on him and he would run, and that's how they would create that shot. So Raimi Cam.
Yeah. I love it. I absolutely love it.
They had the one scene too when they go over the lake, and Raimi was on a piece of plywood, and they had him with like two strings, and they were yanking him across the lake.
That's awesome. That's awesome. No, I love the fact that our drug-addled trying to recover first victim to the Deadite it was basically possessed in a very similar fashion to the original movie. And so that whole scene that was done, so it was like taking the original and turning it up a notch, and they did a really, really good job with that.
Yeah, that's why I appreciated it. Yeah.
Yep.
I'll also give it. I'll tell you, I think when we start going into where she makes the change and comes inside, the way it goes, we're on fire through how it's spreading to everyone. I love the fact where we have we have her arm turning, and she has that moment of it's gone bad, and the foreshadowing of the electric knife that cuts through bone really well.
It's just shocking.
And, to wrap this up, if David did get away, I mean, we could chalk most of this up to a roofing accident.
So it's not a union job, I take it.
Right. No, this is what happens, man. You contract it out, lowest bid. People get shot in the head with a nail gun. It's terrible.
Yeah, first thing they have to forcibly remove the safety mechanism off the nail gun.
Oh yeah, no tap,
which never happens in any of these movies, but it's still such a great effect.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So yeah, I'm with you guys. I love this. Again, I loved Evil Dead Rise, but I think this one has a much darker. The only thing that I think puts Evil Dead Rise ahead of it, the only place is the actors, but the story on this one is much better.
Yeah, I like my argument for it too is I'd say that I kind of liked that they had almost like no names on this. Like the biggest star was the redhead. She had like some TV series, and I thought she did a fantastic job.
I agree.
The rest of the cast was solid too. I want to see more of that Nurse Chick in movies because she was pretty good in it, and especially when she went evil, like oh my god, that was fantastic when she was getting possessed and everything. That whole scene was disturbing as shit. And the creepiness of how she was stabbing him too. Like, it wasn't like a regular person. It was almost like machine kind of like. It was great.
Yep, and similar to later when the one girl was using the crowbar, and it was very just. And it, there was no emotion. I think that's what made it so creepy is because there was no emotion to it. It just was.
All the emotion came through with Duct Tape David, like being able to patch up his friends with, just the roll of duct tape. It's, I mean, one guy pretty much
David
he got all of his health back from that one.
I feel like the two characters that had the most chemistry were Eric and David.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was definitely a bromance there.
What was the dude with the guy with the glasses?
Eric.
Was that
Eric.
That was Eric.
Yeah, it was his fault essentially.
I know. I was like, the first time I saw this, I was like, man, just kill this motherfucker. Like I remember, and like this motherfucker just read this. He's like,
and I know
we found a book wrapped in skin. Let's fucking open.
I'm gonna copy it all down too.
Yeah.
It's completely locked down, barbed wired, and everything. He decides to open it up, and then all over the page is like, "Don't read this. Don't say it out loud. Don't do this." And he decides to do it. Like
the curiosity of a nerd.
I absolutely love that because, like, that would be me.
But on another side note with that. Remember too, like that first shot where you see him from behind and he's staring at it after they took it out of the basement. It was like sitting there for half a day. It's as if it was talking to him.
Yeah.
Yes, you got to remember too. It's the demons that are in there and shit that it's compelling weak minds to read from it.
I was gonna say it preys on the susceptible mind. Yeah.
Yep.
That's actually something in the Ash versus Evil Dead series. There's a demon that they go to the bookstore and the guy goes, well, this demon preys on the spiritually weak, and Ash is like, oh, he can do that in his own time.
Yeah.
I remember that episode from the part in the bookstore.
Dude, yeah, you got to finish watching that, Pete. Oh my god, dude, that series is so good.
And then you got the guy that read from the book just stand up with righteous indignation, like, you have no idea what's going on. There's a demon. We have to do this. We have to burn your sister. And it was like, no, dude, you're the one that read from the book.
You did this yet.
It's funny too. Because as all the horrific stuff's happened, he's like, "Oh shit! I saw that on page 5."
No.
Oh my
god!
I
read that in a book once.
Yeah, it was just putting it together.
I read that in a book.
Of all the times for his reading comprehension scores to go up, this is that time.
Well, it's funny. Chris and I are kind of mentally creating a do not list, right? For horror movies. You don't go in the basement. The oldest rule of all: never say "I'll be right back." Don't have sex, don't drink, and don't read shit in a language that you can't, that you don't understand. Just don't do it.
Right.
The only argument I have against the abstinence from alcohol in horror is from Friday the 13th, Part 2, cheap plug, which we're watching this Friday at 8:05 Eastern for Vinny's birthday on Friday the 13th.
Nice.
Is Ted from Friday the 13th, Part 2. Ted is the prankster, and Ted does not die because Ted stays in town at the bar to get shit-faced and try to fuck the waitress. So Ted is the one exception to that I can, off the top of my head, name to just the drinking aspect of it, because we don't know if he ever got the coos he so badly was fiending for. So we have no idea. We have no idea if Ted got laid that night, but Ted was drunk. Ted got drunk and lived. That's for sure.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Oh man. So,
but all right, where are we at here?
The big, I don't even think we
okay.
I think we're just kind of talking about the movie in general.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, basically, group of friends, they go to this cabin to try to help one of their friends detox and get off the dope that she's on. And this time, they've tried this before with her, and she kind of failed and went back into the drugs. So that's why they took her to a place so remote. So it makes more sense to the context of the entire story. That they needed her away from anything that if she was too close to a city, she'd get back to it and probably end up in an alley somewhere or whatever. Turn in tricks like this government did to the rest of the people. So anyway, so the brothers this time, he's there, and he's someone who. You could see the relationship between the brother and sister. He wasn't there when the mother passed away. She holds some resentment. Yeah, I mean, they have some good pieces that are kind of there. That again, it makes you care a little bit more about the characters.
I agree.
And the detox part of it is that driving home, if you've ever had friends or family that have gone through that moment of hardcore detox, it would be like they're possessed.
Yes,
it can be a very volatile situation. So leading into there's an evil scooting its way in. I mean, one hell of a smart demon to be like, you know what, I'm going to choose the one going through DTs right now and withdrawal and slide right into the house.
And that's actually one of the points I was just getting ready to bring up. It's the reason I kind of raised my hand when you were talking about the cast there. I thought it was ingenious the way that they played off of her addiction, because it, as Chris just said, it to those who were trying to help her, that they would just see this as part of her trying to, her DTs, so to speak. And it would allow that demon to grow in her faster without anyone really suspecting anything. So I thought that was a great point to this plot point to this movie.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why it made sense that she was the first one that it possessed.
And it makes sense that when she was like, we got to get out of here, why they wouldn't listen to her, because they've been through that with her before.
Yep. That was one thing I picked up. Yeah, she's trying to tell them we need to leave, and they're like, "Yeah, sure, we need to leave. Yeah, you ain't going nowhere." And then
it was a plausible story.
Us as viewers, right? Had we not just turned it on and not known it was an Evil Dead movie, just turned it on, we would have been on the side of everyone else, going, "Oh, this girl's just trying to get out of there to get her fix." So again, great way to use that plot point. Very well done.
Absolutely. And it's a bigger nod to the original movie. The original movie wasn't a humorous movie. You had a couple of scenes here or there. He didn't really come into his own until I'd say Evil Dead 2, where he was bringing his comedy and his other acting chops. And you got to remember too, they were just kids when they made it. When they started filming, it was 17 or something. By the time they ended it, he was 23 or 24. Because they had to keep breaking it up in parts. They didn't have the funding to finish the movie. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's funny though, Bruce Campbell has this way, even when he's playing a serious role, to give you that kind of nudge, wink, chuckle.
Yeah.
Which I think is fantastic through him. I really do.
He's just a great leading man. I mean, and that's the thing that sucked, that Hollywood didn't really give him enough credit, because he should have been in bigger movies right off the bat.
Yeah, and that Miami Heat or whatever that was that he was in.
Burn Notice.
Burn Notice.
Thank you. Burn Notice. He was great in that.
He was.
Yeah, he was the reason I kept watching.
He was the only reason to watch it.
Yeah.
He was the only reason why I even watched it in the first place. I was on a plane. I was on JetBlue, and they had the little TVs. I'm like, what the hell? Bruce Campbell? What the hell is this?
Yeah. Yep.
I've always felt like when with Bruce Campbell, I don't feel like in his roles, I don't feel like he's acting. I feel like he's just being himself.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah. And I will also say this: you had Vinny earlier had brought up the Showtime series.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it was about Bruce Campbell and Lucy Lawless on screen together that had me glued to them as a couple, even though they weren't a couple on the show.
Yeah.
But I was just like, these two, they bounced off of each other so well.
Yeah, well, do you remember her? What was her series?
Xena.
Xena, yeah.
Xena, Warrior Princess.
Yep.
Yeah, they were on screen together back then, so they've had this friendship.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, they've been
Trina.
which was excellent. I mean, that's why like you could tell when people actually care about what they're doing. And it drives me crazy. I had dinner with her. I had dinner with Lucy Lawless at New York Comic Con. I was friends with Manu Bennett from Green Arrow. He played Deathstroke. So
I am so jealous of you right now.
Oh, dude, it was amazing. It was amazing and surreal spending time with her like that. And I had a good 45-minute conversation, just her and I. I mean, we were there a couple of hours, but like she stopped. She wanted to know who I am and going through my phone, looking at my artwork and stuff. I'm like,
oh, that's really neat.
It was great. She was so freaking awesome, you know. But it's cool when you meet someone who's a little more genuine and real with folks. But I didn't know that she was kind of there for the series because they didn't make any giant announcements yet. So I didn't know shit about it. Had I known, I would have gotten more into a conversation about that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because he wasn't there. She was promoting, I think, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or something, and then just kind of like that's one of the reasons she had to fly out because they had to do. She wasn't there the whole weekend. She was only there a day and a half or something, and went to go film some more. But I was like,
awesome.
Oh shit, yeah, I was clueless on this.
Yeah.
But I'm so happy. If it wasn't for this movie, we would have never gotten the Star series. So that's another reason why I like this one too.
I can see that. So we keep derailing Etep on this thing.
It's fine. No.
You get a little humor thrown in there when David is really completely oblivious to anything, and you know she's definitely turned. He's like, everything's fine, and Eric's like, everything's fine. And then, later, he's trying to duct tape his girlfriend's arm back on. He's like, everything's fine.
Yeah,
everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
We're all fine. Scotch tape on that.
Yeah. The healing properties of duct tape are astounding.
Right. They're better.
Science.
Duct tape has better healing properties than Wolverine himself. Yeah, I sent Chris a message that said, "Yeah, I'm watching Evil Dead now." That's basically just saying, "Hey, I'm sitting down to watch the movie now," and he sent back something along the lines of, "Yeah, you just had to. I just had to tape up your girlfriend's arm. Everything's fine." And I was rolling. I was like, "That's so funny."
Your girlfriend's arm fucking fell off.
Yeah, when he got stabbed to shit, David's like, "Here, just hold that on your chest, and I'm going to put these 2 pieces of duct tape." He's
it's like little
blood out of his
strips that he's, cut.
See, I feel okay. So if Sam Raimi if he were the director of this movie,
yes,
that would have been a wicked funny scene.
Oh yeah, David would have been covered in Eric's blood.
I actually said to myself, if this would have been in the original, he would have pulled the first one, he ripped it off, and right as he went to put it on, blood went around it and into his face.
Yeah.
I said, hold it.
But I don't know. Like I said, I think they did a very solid job. So all right, so we'll get back to Eric when he's compelled to open up this book. He takes the pliers. He's chipping away at the barbed wire on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he gets into it, and yeah, he has the warnings and shit all over the place, but it's like you could still hear like the voices are speaking to him. He's like, the whispers and stuff. So it's like, but and again, you got to remember going into this is a horror movie. This wasn't a comedy. It was never meant to be a comedy. So I think that's the problem with a lot of people who when they were watching it, it's like, yeah, it's not funny. It needs to be funny. No, it doesn't need to be funny. Bruce made it funny. Bruce brought something different.
That's who he is.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but yeah, like I said, I'm really curious to see what would have happened had they still made the other two movies.
I will say this right now. I knew that the comedy was pretty much out the window with the first scene.
Oh yeah.
I was literally at that point because I told Chris, I said, I had never seen this movie before this weekend in its entirety. I've seen clips.
Okay.
And the first time I saw that first scene, just the first scene itself, because a buddy of mine said, "Hey man, you need to see this, right? Well, look at this real quick." And I was like, "Holy fuck!" But when you watch it together as a whole, you're going, "Holy fuck!" through the whole thing. It's so good. So
it's a powerful and just in your face moment. That opening scene was something. And then like Etep played the Evil Dead credits with that music, and it's it's to induce that kind of fear and panic in you. And I think they did such a great job with it.
Because and this is just me, but I think that because of the shock that you just had, because of the music, because if you're in the theater watching at this point, everything's dark. All your scenes that Evil Dead with that music, right?
Exactly.
And it's what it's doing is it's putting you in that isolation.
It is.
And then the next drone overlook of where we're headed in the middle of nowhere, and that was unpacking it down to the room.
It was beautiful.
But it confirmed because I saw this like opening day when it came out. I took my brother. It was a rainy day. Sat in a theater, and it was just in your face. Like that's what I guess that's why I liked it so much because I saw it in the theater first.
I wish I would have.
Yeah, because the experience I think is just way better. Like you said, you're in complete darkness as you're watching these scenes, these moments. You're feeling what these characters are feeling. Like you gave a shit. See, I never gave a shit with the Evil Dead Rise, and I saw that in theaters as well. Like I didn't care about any of the characters. I truly didn't.
See, what I want to do is I want to watch this one and Evil Dead Rise. I want to do a late night bonfire outside projector and watch them back to back.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Blast. That would be so much fun.
That would be pretty cool.
You're all invited. Come on.
I got spare time.
Anyway. Sorry. So again, I'm derailing things as I always do.
I was gonna say now that we get to it's kind of like a remix of the tree rape scene from that's from the original. But this time she the gal that was burned and then shot with the shotgun in that first scene was I was to go, what the fuck? Like, wait a second, because like I'd forgotten that was on the beginning of this one. So
it's about possession. That's what those fuckers do.
Yeah. And it was like you said, it was a kick-ass fucking scene. And then when she's chasing Mia through the swamp and she's in like the briars, and then they take hold of her wrists and her I think it was like her ankles, and she's kind of pinned up. And that reminded me of, what was that movie we watched, Trina? Was that In a Violent Nature? Where the dude had gutted the old boy up when he was all that's what it reminded me of that. But this is a much better movie than In a Violent Nature.
Well, it's the Silence of the Lambs scene where they're kind of spread eagle tied up with that
was the way it happens is just like that's where no, oh my.
Yeah, that was
like, I don't.
That was a scene.
I don't think she gave consent. Black goo tree creature. That thing was a Weinstein.
That tree situation. I think it was even more drawn out in the first movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah, Cheryl was kicking and they ripped off the top. Like, and that was.
Well,
they were pretty messed up though.
They wanted this one they wanted the NC-17 rating, and following suit with the first one. And of course, studios are like, no, we're going to release it everywhere. So tone it down to R, which, 70,000 gallons of blood. There's some reports 50,000 just for the last scene or something.
God, I loved it. I loved it so much.
Doesn't this movie hold the record for most blood used in a movie?
I think so.
I think so.
It's either this one or I think It Chapter 2.
I think previously The Shining held that
right, for the elevator scene.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this movie topped it. I think I remember Bruce Campbell saying that.
Yeah, nice. I think you're right.
Evil Dead 2013. The horror movie Iron Lung is said to have used the most fake blood of any horror film ever made. The film's producer, Fishbach, even had to go to the hospital after getting too much fake blood in his eyes during filming.
Jeez.
Evil Dead used 70,000, with 50,000 used in the final scene alone. Evil Dead Rise used 1,717.
I figured there'd be more than that.
It Chapter 2 is 4,500. Brain Dead was 79.2 gallons.
Yeah, I figured that Evil Dead Rise would have been more than that just because of the elevator scene, which by the way, I thought that scene was so well done because when I was watching The Shining all those years, I was like, could you imagine what it would have been like to have been in the elevator shaft? And then we got to see what it would be like to be in the elevator shaft.
Yeah, I said it had its moments. It definitely did have its moments, but yeah, for me, it's just when I'm tossed out of the story, it's hard for me because I'm being a creator and everything too.
I'm not going to be mad at you, Vinny. It's okay. Yeah. I'm sure that there's stuff that you like that I'd be poo-pooing on too. So it's no big deal. I get it.
Have you seen our shit list?
Yeah. Have you? You need to watch our show on a third.
We started ranking things in good and good nature, like watchability, and now we're just like, shit, let's put it on the list.
What the fuck did I do? The thing that cracks me up on our shit list, and this is something, Vinny, you'll understand why we say it this way, is that we'll have like an 8.5, 9-star rating on it.
Yeah.
But it'll be like below Zombie Hookers or something.
Zombievers is cinematic masterpiece.
Zombievers, dude, I haven't seen that in fucking 8 years. That movie
I love that movie.
That shit was funny. I watched that with one of my interns. He got me high and he's like, "You ever seen Zombievers?" I'm like,
no, but I need to.
We watched Zombievers, and then what was the other one? Rubber, the telekinetic tire.
Yes,
we watched Rubber.
I think this year around Christmas we're gonna do Ginger Dead Man.
Yes.
I saw the trailer for that one.
Is that with Gary Busey?
Gary Busey, you got it, baby.
Gary Busey. I do a lot of coke.
Gary Busey.
His teeth are amazing.
Everything about him is awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Trina. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Hey,
thank you. Cookie over there talking about butter.
He always calls me that.
Have you ever seen Predator 2?
Oh my God, yes. I love him in that. I love him in that.
Trina, you got to watch 1 and 2. I still say that. I know you said you don't really.
I've seen the first one. Man, I can't get into Predator.
You're gonna love the second one. First of all, Danny Glover is amazing in it.
Dude, Danny Glover is a fucking fantastic replacement for Arnold in the second one.
Actually gets parts of the trifecta of awesome by getting killed by a predator. It's awesome.
Yeah, he was so great. Yeah, and Gary Busey's character is amazing. You're gonna fucking love him in this.
I joke all the time with people. I say I think Gary Busey was the best in Silver Bullet.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Silver Bullet.
Because he wasn't acting. That was just Gary Busey being himself.
They're like, you're gonna be Uncle Busey. He was like,
you got it. He goes, but I get to tell the donkey joke. He always calls me that. Every time. Gets me every time.
What was the preacher? It was the dude from Twin Peaks that was in People Under the Stairs.
What was his name?
I can't think of his name.
Let's look it up, shall we?
Him and his wife and People Under the Stairs were husband and wife, I believe, in Twin Peaks too. What the fuck was it? His name's gonna. As soon as you say it, I'm gonna smack myself on the forehead because I should know it.
Well, let's see here.
It's just not coming up to my head.
It's right there too. That's the thing that's killing me about it.
Yep.
Everett McGill.
Everett McGill. Yeah.
McGill.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. He was fucking awesome as the fucking werewolf preacher at Silver Bullet.
Werewolf, bear, whatever.
Werebear, yes.
Werebear.
Because that's what he really looked like.
He was a skinwalker.
Oh my God! You know, maybe we need to talk about this one during King Month too. I love this movie. Anyway,
I was gonna say I'd sit here and talk about Silver Bullet, but we're reviewing Evil Dead. So hold on just one second, Etep, if I may. Ladies and gentlemen, if you happen to be in the chat room tonight, or if you happen to be watching this at a later date, just so you know, we fall off the rails because our rails are painted on loose dirt, just so you're aware.
Just like Empire and Star Wars, there are no rails. Well, right down a chasm.
Just if you fall off while shooting the planet.
Rails? Where we're going, we don't need rails. Wow.
Right? We need no stinking rails.
Yeah. I always go to UHF for that one. Badgers, we don't need no stinking badgers. Today we're gonna teach the poodles to fly. Come on, Muffy. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Oh man,
that was the Three Amigos as well. Badges. We don't need no stinking badges.
I just bought Three Amigos on VHS.
That's awesome.
So good.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Draven hasn't seen it. We got to do a watch party for him.
Yeah, he has to see it.
I'm gonna make Draven drive to my house, and we're gonna sit right out here in the lounge area of the basement, and we're gonna watch it on VHS. Because literally, guys, I bought a bunch of Planet of the Apes. I showed them in the Patreon video last night. I got RoboCop 1 and 2, a bunch of Planet of the Apes movies, like 3 or 4 Amityvilles, like a bunch Poltergeist, Night of the Living Dead anniversary VHS.
Nice.
Like these are.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I'll show you guys once we're off there. Yeah, I showed them all off. There's a fucking huge box. I got like 45 of them for like 45
nice.
bucks.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yep.
They fell off the truck. Where did you get them?
They fell off the truck.
Uncle June, they fell off a truck. What are you talking about?
Trina, you don't ask those kind of questions. You know what I'm saying?
We're down by the construction site, taking care of and truck just came up and it fell right off the back.
You wouldn't believe the potholes over there. The back door swung open. A box of VHSs fell out. Next thing you know, they're in my basement.
I don't know how it happened. They came off the truck. They landed in my basement.
Tried to flag down the driver. He just kept going, so we took
them. And I knew they were mine to keep because my name was on them. So I just kept them. You know what I'm saying?
I yelled, and I waved my arms. I was like, "Stop! No, don't!
Please,
No, don't.
I yelled with all the fervor that I put forth when I'm telling the fetish hooker to stop. No, please don't. No, please stop. Oh no, it hurts. Please stop.
Okay. Anyway,
and today is actually my wedding anniversary too. It's funny. My wife.
Oh, happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary!
I feel like it's been every day. Happy anniversary! I think I said it to him 4 days in a row now.
Well, we celebrated on Saturday. We went out and got absolutely shit-faced on Friday. We went out Saturday night, had a nice dinner, and we went golfing Sunday morning. So
I was supposed to go golfing last week, but it's going to have to be put off. So
we bought each other new drivers, so we had to get out on the course. So
my wife, I don't need to get totally into this, but my wife was planning on taking up the game and playing with me, and then her health issues started, so now she can't. But so I have a golf course that I love to play that knows a little bit of the situation, and so I pay a price for $9 or $18 for myself with the cart, and they let her ride with me for free. She drives the cart while I play. So
that's awesome.
That works.
She could still get out with you, man. That's great.
I love it.
Yeah, I do too. I will tell you this though. I hit a ball once, and I hear her behind me go, "Holy shit, moly!" And I was like, "That has stuck to this day." Holy shit, moly!
Mine. We're both like very like athletic and very ultra competitive. So like when our son's with us, we're both like telling each other that don't get competitive. And then like because the first time we went out, it was like there's 4 of us and she beat me by 2 strokes, and I've never fucking let that go. So when we went out the other day, I fucking beat her by 7. I was like, "Good game, honey." And in my head, I'm like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, you went. Good game. I'm up by 5.
Right. She's keeping score. I was fucking with one home, like, "Mark it a 4." She goes, "That's a 5." I'm like, "It's fucking league play. Mark it a 4." I started doing a Big Lebowski.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Jesus, Walter, put your fucking gun away, Walter.
Vinny.
Am I the only one that gives a fuck about the rules?
Right?
I did not watch my buddies die face down in the mud in Vietnam to see you step over the line. Mark it a fucking 0, Smoke.
You gotta stop. Vinny, can you get us back on track, please?
I want to talk about Big Lebowski now.
Right? I've never seen it.
Oh, you got it.
Oh my God! Really?
Did you feel the judgment that just came through the room?
Oh no, just sadness. It's my hole in my heart.
That movie's fantastic. Oh my God, that came out my senior year in high school. I remember seeing that, going like, I love this movie. I need to see this again, and I did.
You're out of your fucking element, Donnie.
I just did a FIFA review on the dude.
There's a couple of movies that I know I need to see. I need to see that one. Then there's the Will Ferrell high school reunion movie. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. One where he's running down the street naked.
Yeah.
Old school.
Old school. Thank you.
I own that one. That one's fucking great.
Those are 2 that I know I need to see that I just haven't ever gotten around to for some reason, because I'm too busy watching horror movies so I can come and talk to you for an hour and a half.
Right.
And then we talk about Big Lebowski.
and every movie but the one that we're trying to review. I will tell you what my son told me. He said, "I don't know how much you actually like this movie, because we spent the last hour talking about 3 other movies besides the one we were wanting to watch."
It's kind of that really does speak volumes, doesn't it?
No, it really doesn't. It's the personalities in the room that we've got, because we've all got ADD big time.
pretty much. Because I could break down the whole freaking movie. Like I said, it's something I did enjoy, and it's because it was a horror movie, because of the artistic approach that they did, and I thought it was excellent. I mean, because when like you said, going back to they're chalking up to her detoxing, but she's like, "It's in the room with us. We gotta get out of here right now." Like the fear that she has, though, and the brother's like, "No, they're right. You're messed up. This is no."
She sold it. She sold it.
She is a fantastic actress.
Yes.
Jane Levy.
Yeah.
That played Mia.
She did a damn good job.
I'm pulling her IMDb right now because I don't.
She was in a Stephen King series after this as well.
She was in Don't Breathe,
Castle Rock,
Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist, Toxic Avenger.
What was her name?
Kidding.
Oh shit.
She just did a voice in that. Let's see. She was in
Jane Levy.
Shameless. She was in that whole series.
Okay. All right. Shameless. Yep. My wife watched it. I never saw it.
Yeah, I know she was in Shameless.
Yeah, I never saw it either.
All I know is I thought you said Eugene Levy, and I'm like, that's the wrong person.
It's an old Jewish man playing Mia.
with funny eyebrows. No,
yeah. She was in Twin Peaks in 2017 too. She did one episode in that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys kill me.
But yeah. So I mean, yeah, and she sees like the freaking thing in the room and all that. But yeah, and then she's starting to do disturbing things. David goes and he's cleaning up shit or whatever, and he sees blood. And he's following it, and it's the dog. And then you see like a quick glimpse of her, like she's like freaking stabbing this thing to death. But it's in that same kind of robotic fashion. But she's got more psychotic look on her face.
I'm not a fan of the dog killings.
Me
neither.
No. That's why I was like, oh,
this is like Michael Myers. Every time he kills a dog, I'm like, damn you, Michael! You can kill as many people as you want. Leave the fucking puppers. Leave the puppers alone. You
monster.
Hey, because as much as I love everyone in this room, and I would love to have time to sit down to dinner with you and have a great conversation, I like dogs better.
Yeah. Dogs are better than people.
Dogs are better than people.
You know why? Because you know what you're going to get. If they don't like you, they let you know. If they do like you, they let you know. There's no guessing. If the dogs are great. Dogs are better people than people.
Yeah. And it's unconditional love.
Exactly. Exactly.
But, so yeah, it was heartbreaking for that scene. But again, you could see the anger in David's face, and he's like, he knew she was responsible.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He's like, she's doing anything to try to get out of here, and you killed it. Like, and he's kicking down the door. And you can see she's getting possessed in a bigger way, and she freaking puts the shower under the hottest setting, and
that was
freaking gives herself second and third degree burns as he's like, they pull her out of there.
I will say, you've got a girl going through detox. You leave a loaded gun just laying around,
what the fuck?
Wow, she comes out with the gun, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's what I was supposed to do."
Yeah.
Stove was on.
Damn it, Chris! You were supposed to remind me.
hey, guys! Can you please make sure there's no prescription medications, no sharp objects? What was I? Oh yeah, loaded fucking shotgun.
Hey, a sawed off shotgun.
Yeah,
it was. Hey guys, just so you know. He was the one that was supposed to remind us.
I look. I swear it was the edible. It was the edibles, not me.
Blame it on Eric. We can blame it all on Eric because the shotgun was down there with the fucking book. All right, let's remember that.
Yeah,
it's like book wrapped in human skin, shotgun. It's gonna be a fun Saturday night,
right?
This sounds like something that Chris and I would be like going. Let's go. See what happens.
But and you got to remember too, it's even if it was locked up or whatever. I mean, because look what she did to the dog. She snuck out. She did these things on her own. So she could have went to the basement, could have grabbed it herself.
Yeah.
You know. So but that's the thing. That's when you're playing with demons, where it's you're gonna have crazy shit happen, and you could make sense out of it pretty easily. I think.
Yeah. I think that seeing enough of these movies, this would be the point where I'd look at Trina and go, "Hey Trina, have fun with the book. Dibs on the shotgun."
You better roll for dexterity because I'm loading fucking buckshot and slugs.
Yes.
But I like that when the full possession happens, that this movie just ramps up into disturbing levels right off the bat.
And literally gives you no time to take a breath. It's literally just nonstop.
No, there's no fucking downtime when you get into the fucking. Yes, that is the. It was like the rave in Blade 1, in the end of the fucking
good.
Like it was that was fucking gnarly as shit. But I'm trying to think. What's his name? Eric. Eric's the one with the he gets lit the fuck up with that fucking. I feel like Vince wrote, bro. He got lit up with that nail gun, bro. Let me tell you, it was something, bro.
Well, that's the one thing I did enjoy all the way was Eric got the most torture out of all of them. And he should have because he's the dick who's responsible.
Because he deserved it.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So when so she comes out and she's just like, you could see that it's taken over her, and she goes to shoot. She clips her brother in the arm. And she's down on the floor. But as she's getting up and they're going to grab the gun, she gets that nurse chick and just like vomits that blood all over her.
Oh, yeah.
She does that scream, "You're all going to die tonight," and true to her word.
Yeah. Yep.
A fun fact about all the like disembodied voices that we hear, those are done by the original Cheryl Williams from the which one was it?
From the first one?
Was it the first one? Ellen Sandweiss. Second one?
If
second
it's
one?
Cheryl, that's his sister.
Yeah, Evil Dead. Yeah, looks like Evil Dead 2. So,
that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great.
That's really, really cool.
Yeah. When spoiler, they brought her back in the TV series, and that was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
They did a damn good job, and she looked great as a freaking Deadite and everything.
Wait, which one? The nurse?
No. No, the one from Evil Dead 2. The one who plays his sister. They brought her back in the TV series, and she did a fantastic job.
Yeah. Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
There were actually Cheryl got a lot of voice cameos in this movie. I feel like, that's actually pretty cool that they did that.
Oh yeah.
I agree.
Like keeping the continuity and keeping everything in house.
Well, and then even through the end with the credits, you get Professor Novi going through, the audio tapes, leading to Ash at the ends, Groovy stamping it on the end of the inside.
Yeah. There was actually another scene that was filmed with Bruce, and it's since like the cars were all fucked up and everything, she's going through the woods to get out of there. And she slides down a little hill, and a pickup truck's supposed to come by, and it's him. He's, he's supposed to bring her to safety, basically.
Oh well.
Yeah, and I don't know why they scrapped it though.
Oh yeah, what the heck? They should have kept it.
Right?
Yeah, I was gonna say because I waited through the credits just to see, and I saw that Groovy with it. I'm like, okay, so is there something? And there was nothing. I'm like, damn it. Like,
because they were supposed to.
Yeah, there's going to be another trilogy.
Thanks, MCU, for conditioning me to wait for fucking post-credit scenes.
Exactly.
But like I said, if they didn't do what they did, then we wouldn't have gotten the TV series, and that was a perfect, I think, kind of ending to. Although they didn't get everything they were supposed to. It was supposed to be 5 seasons, and
cancel it 3.
Yeah, because the fans, yet again. The fans.
Well, like when you listen to Bruce Campbell talk about it, he's like, "We had this great story, we had this great cast, and we sold it to stars. Who the fuck has stars?" And he felt like it should have gone further.
Yeah,
I know, because he did the book tour. He told everyone to. He goes, "Listen, I don't care about this thing at all." He goes, "Download, get the app, pay for it for just like the 1 month or whatever." Binge watch it all. He goes, it's a quick series. They're only half-hour episodes, 45 minutes at the most in the first one. He goes, you could binge watch it in a couple of hours and then get rid of the damn thing.
Cancel it.
You can cancel it. He goes, but you got to support it. You know what the problem was? This became the most illegally downloaded TV series of all time. It beat out Game of Thrones at its height when everyone wanted to see Game of Thrones.
Listen, I'll be honest. Like, I had a friend that pirated it and was like, dude, you got to watch this.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's a sore spot with Bruce Campbell to this day.
Yep. Because he said he would have continued making them. He goes, because they stopped like that. That's why he said he's retiring the character. But then he said at a convention kind of recently, like 6 months ago or so, he kind of teased that if Sam's willing to do it, I'll do it again. Yep. But if it's another director, I won't.
Good.
So
yeah, keep it that way.
You gotta have. I mean, Sam and Bruce come as a. It's a package. You gotta have them together.
Absolutely. But like I said, if it doesn't happen, I think the TV series was, that was kick-ass, and that was more than what we would have gotten with a movie anyway.
Mm.
We got 3 seasons, and all worth it. I thought every season was amazing.
Another thing I appreciate about this movie is, as opposed to Evil Dead Rise, is how many throwbacks there were to the original movies. Like when Natalie, that she was the nurse woman, is on the floor in the kitchen, you know, like sawing her arm off, and you have Mia poking her head up from the basement stairs.
Yes.
That was a 1-for-1, basically a 1-for-1 shot from the. I always forget if it's the first movie or the second movie. I think it was the second.
I forget too. I know because a lot of it, like they redid certain shots and stuff.
Yeah, but there's like actually a lot of throwbacks to the original movies, and I really appreciate that about. Even though this is obviously not my favorite of the franchise, I really do appreciate that they put a lot of work into that.
Well, just into like say the tease of the chainsaw. You catch a glimpse of it, and then you catch another glimpse of it, and then she grabs it, but it's it's out of gas, and we run along with it to where she finally loses the hand, jams the nub into it, and runs with it. It was a big lead up to really stamp that whole chainsaw effect.
I agree.
I mean, I enjoyed that part. That was just, especially when she loses the hand. It was like, okay, of course she's gonna lose it. Oh yeah, she jams it in the handle and was like, taking them on.
Yeah,
I appreciated that.
That was a good shot too. I like with the fire, the cabin, and everything. Like that was pretty badass looking.
Yeah, the effects in this were fucking, especially because this was probably shot like what 2011. So you're talking, this is 13 years ago. I mean, this is forever ago. This is forever ago now.
Yeah.
And I just watched the Terrifier and Terrifier 2. I'm gonna go see the third one in the theater. I know, Trina. I'm gonna be in the theater like this, like half the movie. I'm gonna be going like,
it's gore fest.
I haven't seen any of them.
Straight gore fest.
I saw the first one. That was enough for me.
But I would watch either one. In the second one is 2 hours and 20 minutes. Holy fucking shit! That is a lot of just senseless gore.
Yeah, it's a hard watch just because it's just in your face.
Generally speaking, that type of movie, an hour and 30 is like the prime spot.
You don't need to go over that. Like,
exactly.
If a horror movie like it goes over that, I just want to, like, I'm screaming in the theater.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie. Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Yeah, exactly. It's too much. Yeah. You need a breather, and that's why they paced this one out well, and then they gave you all the kind of one shot. And again, to the point you guys are making, it was like an hour and 25 minutes or something.
This had the with the credits it was 90. So you had about 85 minutes of film.
Yeah, and I will say, Chris and I have talked about this too. When we watched Thanksgiving, he knows the exact time on it, but it was like an hour and like 10 minutes. If it would have been 10 minutes longer, it would have been too much and a horrible movie. It was perfect at the timing it had. And I think in horror, you have to know your limitations. Right. And that hour and a half for a good horror film is generally the perfect spot.
Yeah. If it is like 2 hours, it's because like it's more of the setup, but you can't have 2 hours of just gore fest because it's going to be way too much.
Well,
it assaults the senses.
I would watch either one of the Terrifiers again before I ever watch Hostel again, though.
I haven't seen that either.
I've seen Hostel 1 and 2. I went to the theater to see those, and I walked away after the second one going, You knew what you were doing, and yet you did it anyway. That's like before I met my wife. This was my dating history. You knew what you were doing. You did it anyway.
You damn well what you signed up for.
That's all of our dating histories before we got married.
That was it. It's like you knew exactly. You saw the red flags. And you were just like, "This is fine."
Yep.
Okay. I choose to ignore that.
Yeah, that was pretty much the story.
Maybe this would be a little different now.
Yep, exactly. Oh, it's probably nothing. Moving right along.
Yeah.
It
all went wrong.
Nothing.
Maybe this cosplayer with misplaced tattoos and daddy issues won't look, and it's gone.
Listen, sometimes you go a little colorblind. It's just, I think it's a distraction of the breasts.
Well,
and nothing can go wrong. Oh no!
Yeah, what the fuck went wrong?
How did this happen?
Oh no! What happened?
They're all evil.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
I don't know what happened.
Run away! Oh, run away!
But we learn. That's why I'm so great at the mugshot shorties.
Vinny, all I know is this. How could you not love her? She's got huge tracts of land. It's there every once in a while. I just gotta let it out.
Nice. Oh shit.
The one thing I will say, one thing that took me out of this movie is when he decided that he wasn't going to set the place on fire and burn her to death. Instead, I'm going to drug her and I'm going to put a plastic bag over her head and slowly bury her alive.
Yeah, because again, that's also Eric. It's like, well, these are the ways that we could exercise her, basically. So
right. Yeah.
I agree with you on this, Chris. This was the one part of the movie that I literally sat there scratching my head, going,
"You chose to slowly bury her alive? Wow, that's nice job."
Yeah, especially considering the fact that earlier in the movie they said it takes 5 souls to bring them back, and yet on the 4th soul they came back. They forgot their own canon. So that was one part that I was like,
well, I'd say
was the first soul the girl they burned like at the stake in the beginning? Was that one?
Yeah.
No, because she's the one who did the possession. How could she be the one?
No. It was the 2 girls. The dog.
Yep.
No, I don't think
the dog count. The dog can't count.
The dog was.
Well, now we have to get into whether dogs have a soul.
The dog had.
Listen, gingers don't have it.
Dog has a soul.
Dog has a fucking soul. Okay.
The dog has a fucking soul.
Okay, but the dog wasn't possessed.
Yeah, but here's the problem with that. See, dogs.
The dog had a soul.
Dogs do have souls. You're right, but dogs are so pure that demons can't possess them.
Right, they go right to heaven. Like,
they go.
Have a chance.
But I think this is also the reason why it didn't leave. Because remember, it goes to Eric.
Yeah.
So that's why, it wasn't exercise. It left her because her body was gone. Like that's why she died, and then she had to come back to life in order.
So it killed. No, the first girl had to be the 5th one in order for the skies to bleed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it had to count.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
the movie broke into a Slayer song. You know,
a good
Raining
Slayer song.
blood.
Hey, one of the few good Slayer songs.
Right.
So my whole thing.
What do you mean, one of the few?
One of the yeah. He doesn't like it as heavy as I do. Apparently.
No, I do. But when the theme of your music is the exact same thing over and over and over again, it kind of gets a little boring. That's just me.
Well, okay, then we'll agree to disagree.
Pretty much all rap.
Alan just got a whole bunch of angry texts from Trina.
Trina's going, hey,
once it wasn't me.
No, hey, Vinny, what just happened was Etep just got a private comment going, this guy's not welcome on the channel anymore.
Right. The 10th time today, I'm sending him Seasons of the Abyss.
Trina just went Michael Scotch.
Why are you the way that you are? I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
It's okay, Trina. I still like you. I don't care. I'm good.
Well, thank you, because that's mutual.
There you go. Thank you. I don't remember what we were talking about. Oh, it was. I can tell you exactly why it worked the way it did. They said 5, and it was actually 4. It's because the plot armor fell into place.
Yeah.
Yes.
That happens from time to time.
It does.
Well,
it does.
It was. Well, look, they didn't. Well, look, it was protected by what? By plot armor. Dun 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 dun. Hey, you didn't kill it. All of a sudden, it became the Rock. You didn't kill enough people. It doesn't matter how many people we killed, jabroni. There's a wrestling reference, and meanwhile, Trina's
that doesn't work for me, brother.
Every time.
Every
Single time.
I love it. I do see now. We're already talking about the end of the movie. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we can stay there. I loved the fact that of how she lost her arm. So you get that call back to the original. I thought that was very well done. It was a little far fetched, but that's okay. I'm happy with it. I also thought the 70,000 gallons of blood coming out of the sky was phenomenal.
That looked pretty cool on screen.
It was, although in my mind, okay, I don't know why it happened. I guess because it was right after the scene that pulled me out of the movie. I said to myself, "Are they the only place that's getting blood rain, or is everyone else getting blood rain?"
Yeah,
I was
centered in that area. Or is it like a widespread phenomena? Like, is it covering square miles? Like,
I think it was probably just the cabin where the book was.
Yeah, just like that area. It was like, what was the little cartoon character walks away and the rain cloud follows him? You know, that's kind of
It's an event status kind of thing. It's the Abomination. It's not Lucifer himself. Come on, it's the Abomination gets about 3 square acres.
It's in the book. If you would have read the book, you would have known. It's
a 666 degree circumference there around where the book is.
Actually.
So if you take a map where the cabin is, right, and you put your point of your protractor there, and you go out about 3 inches and circle, that's where the blood's going to be. Everything outside that is either sunny or just plain rain. Okay.
Worst description ever.
Well, I'm sorry I brought that up.
Well, I think it was worth talking about because actually I was wondering the same thing.
See, I'm not the only one who was pulled out. Ha ha!
I feel so in my head canon, that where the cabin is, that's like a mouth to hell.
Yeah.
Like underneath, like have you guys seen Buffy? Buffy the Vampire, the show?
Yeah, I've seen Buffy.
Only the movie.
So like there's like the hell mouth and everything like that. Like I feel like that's where the cabin is.
That makes sense.
It does. So Trina, you and I can talk about this. We'll just forget about these other losers who didn't catch on.
You son of a bitch. Etep, stop having this gut in them.
Well,
and to have her, that's awesome. I fucking love you, dude.
Love Grace Randolph.
I love you, dude.
I blocked her years ago.
She blocked me.
That's why I blocked her.
I was getting ready to propose and she blocked me.
Oh,
that would have been terribly awkward with my wife, but
yeah,
I was trying to knock that eye straight for her. I didn't want to look like Shawn. I didn't want to look like Shawn Michaels.
What's wrong with you, man? See, this is why we need to get you off that junk. Because I'm going to take you to a cabin. No, hold on. I'm going to take you to a cabin with your wife and the kid, and we're going to detox you, you son of a bitch. Because you got to stay away from Grace Randolph. That is some lazy.
No more Grace for you.
Okay, hold on a minute. If you're going to take him to the cabin and you're going to detox him, be sure there's no books with skin on them because that fucker will read them.
Look at this. I'll bring a full shotgun just in case. But
there you go. There you go. Calling dibs again. Trina, you can have the book. I'm calling dibs on the shotgun.
I'm reading the book.
I'm reading that book. I'm reading that book.
Mental note: leave Trina away from the cabin. We see pets hanging from strings in the basement. Yeah, we're gonna go back upstairs.
Hey guys, listen, we've just about got Etep off of it, okay? If you see Trina coming down the drive, block the drive. Oh, that's all.
We ain't going to no stinking cabin, man. We ain't going to no stinking cabin.
We found Mia's drug dealer.
Oh my god. Why did I just see you sitting in the front of a van in the movie Up in Smoke? That's all I'm asking.
Hey, man, you got a lid, man. Hey. No, man, we're looking for lewds, man, not nudes. We'll take nudes, though, man. I'm not turning those down.
My daddy disowned me for wearing my sister's clothes. Mama
talking to me because my head is like a sieve.
Oh, great stuff. Great stuff.
There we go. Fucking my luxury. Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know. It's Pantene Pro V. That's what it is. This is the Jesus wig. I needed barbed wire for my Negan bat, and I didn't want to put real barbed wire on it. So I bought a Jesus wig with the fucking barbed wire gimmick. So I was like, I got it. Yeah, it was the knockoff Jesus wig. They couldn't afford a crown of thorns.
So now he can be homeless Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. So this was just sitting here. I'm like, I just felt inclined to put. I'm like, hey man, look at me. I'm like hippie Jesus, man. You guys got a problem with demons, man? Me too.
Terrible.
I could see. Okay, so before Adam shaved his head and everything, you guys could you would look. So you and Adam would look funny together like that.
I'm going to buy some different wigs for different skits because I can't change my facial hair, but I do have a blank canvas up here to work with. So I'm going to buy some. I'm going to look like Bianca Belair. I'm twirling my hair.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. What happened here?
I don't know. We fell off.
No fucking clue. It was my hair. It just derailed it. It's like, George, you're bald. I was bald.
Brutal said a cabin full of skin mags equals bad. Oh, shit. Right, listen, if we go to the basement and there is a Julie Strain Penthouse magazine, I'll be up after the weekend. Etep, you're gonna have to detox on your own.
Godspeed, Spider-Man. Godspeed, Spider-Man. Wait, do we have a Julie Strain over here? Hang on. So. We do. We've got Julie. Let's see. We've got this one. and just for an added bonus.
How do you not love her?
Right?
Such a wonderful actress.
She was amazing.
And of course, how could we forget food? Gerald Akamura, which we were watching that movie. I was like, we're watching greatness right now, and I tagged Gerald Akamura in it because he's in it and he liked it.
Yeah,
it was like we all followed him like on the same night too. Yep. It's like he got like 8 new followers because we're all watching. We was like, Gerald, let's go follow. Is he on Twitter? He's on Twitter. So we went over, everybody followed him, started retweeting his stuff. He's like, why am I getting an uptick in the analytics?
Come to the basement. I need a new arm. Yeah, one arm will look like the new Dave Bautista,
like in the Family Guy skit.
Yeah. Hey, I just found that internet. I've been watching. I'm gonna go. Peter. I'm gonna go.
So not right. Oh my God.
And he was doing that with his possessed arm, so that's even weird.
Got my strong hand.
Yeah, use my strong hand. Use my little hand. It's my strong one. Yeah, well, like using your possessed hand. That's basically like a stranger. So it is somebody else.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
You don't even have to sit on it to make it numb for.
All men. Oh, jeez.
hey, it may be severed, but it's mine.
That's what Eric was worried about. He's like, I still want to be the devil's bitch.
Which was a great line.
Somebody's bitch
that was
today.
Such a great line.
Pineapple.
Camper.
We're all broken people here.
No doubt.
You're gonna eat your cornbread. Yeah, I'm eating my cornbread. Anybody touch my cornbread, there'll be consequences and repercussions.
This is the 5 souls that made it rain blood.
Yeah.
Right, we're starring
Right in this room. Oh, shit.
There we go.
It's the story.
And I'll go with Etep center square.
Yeah.
The youngest one in curls.
If you still had your wig on, that would have worked.
Right.
No, he needs to grow out his hair. He's very Jewish. He's got the Jew curls.
Oh no! If I grow my hair out, I'll look like Larry Fine. I will. It'll be Hogan. Like I'll wear the bandana like I did when I grew it out last time. It's like it's thin. Well, that was like 6 years ago now. Jesus Christ! But yeah, I just combed it. I just grew it real fucking long, and I just combed it over the band. I wore the bandana every day. Walk around.
Fantastic.
Hey, I wake up next to my wife Artie with a bandana on. Hey, brother. She's like,
Morning, Dr. Howard, Dr. Fine.
Let me tell you something, brother.
She just rolls over. That ain't gonna work for me, brother.
Dude, yeah. Someone put up a meme today of Hogan for 9/11, and he's the one that took down the Twin Towers. It was so wrong and so hilarious at the same time.
Oh God.
Has it been long enough? I'm not sure if it's been long enough.
We're good.
I didn't retweet it for that fact, but I did laugh.
There you go.
Damn it. They got me again today.
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow I won't go to hell. That's
today,
me on the
Satan.
internet every day. Son of a bitch, you got me.
Son of a bitch, you got me again.
I just try to skirt Facebook jail every day. I'm a recidivist. Like it's so funny. They're like, they have that thing on your account. Your account has problems. Mine is just always mine is like the 5-star wanted level in GTA. If I like wipe my ass sideways, it's like 30 days in Facebook jail.
Oh yeah,
like, motherfucker! I posted. Okay, so the last one was. I posted a meme. It was what did it say? I don't know how many million kills and only one death. Fucking best video gamer ever. And it was a picture of Hitler with a controller in his hand.
Oh.
And they took it down. I'm like, this is even
right.
This is even funnier if you understand my background.
Yeah,
Are you surprised that they took it down?
No, not at all. Buddy. Not at all.
You knew what you were doing when you did that.
Oh, I did.
I
knew.
I have one question. Do you not have someone that you trust to run this shit by?
Yeah, she threw the papers at him a long time ago. He just
most of the time, unfortunately, I'm left unsupervised to my own devices.
I say the intrusive thoughts.
No, so what you should, okay, so here's what you do. You go, hey Trina, I'm getting ready to post this. What do you think? So you got to do.
You didn't get back to me right away. I posted it.
He knows if it's one of us, he runs it by one of the fellas. We'd be like, that is funny.
After 2 hours on the job, Trina would be texting me back. I don't have fucking time for this.
The answer is always no.
You messaged me 27 times in 2 hours.
The answer is always no. Oh, that's awesome.
Or as my wife says, if you have to ask, or even if you have to give me the look like, should you, then you probably shouldn't.
Then the answer is probably.
Yeah, I'll do something and then I'll be like, and then she's like, yeah, I was like, do that, was I?
I get this. I get. Really?
Why didn't you run that by me? Because you tell me not to do it.
Yeah.
I knew what you were going to say. There's a reason I neglected to inform you in this process.
Exactly.
It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Absolutely, Trina.
I said, oops.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Damn it.
The first time I did that, better to ask for forgiveness than his permission. The fucking I took my wife's Durango to get an oil change, and I brought her back a new truck. I'm like, here you go. See you later. She goes, where's my Durango? Right there. See ya. I got to go back to work. And I left because I was like, I'm like, I'm tired of this thing. It was like the lease was up almost. And I'm like, I'm just going to trade it in early and not tell her. And I'm like, hey, guess what? It's still in your name though. It's okay. How did you do that? I'm like, magic.
It's magic.
I may or may not know how to do your signature. I was like, that one machine so fucking different. Cars. It was
if push comes to shove, babe, you don't have to pay it back because you didn't actually sign for it. but in turn, I'm going to jail.
No. We put the loan in some fucking deposed Nigerian king's name. It's fine. For the $5,000, I got a social security number. I bet you he thought he was gonna win. $5K. I have your entire existence.
It's a good thing he's still in jail,
right?
Being like, you can play this game.
Yeah,
no doubt.
You're playing checkers. I'm playing 4D chess over here, bud. All right, let's score this thing. Allan, I'll let you go first.
Well, I don't think I'm going to be the star of the room because on a scale, are we doing 1 to 10? What are we doing?
I usually go 1 to 5. Trina and I do.
Okay, so
1 to 5.
So 3 is like hits all the marks. 5 is great. 1 is shit. Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, am I allowed to do points?
Of course.
Okay. I would go. I'm gonna lean towards 4. I can't go to 5. It's not a perfect movie. It's close. There's, like we said, there's 1 or 2. Trina and I were talking about. There's 1 or 2 scenes in this that pulled us out. But overall, I say a good solid 4. I was thinking 3.5, but 4, definitely 4.
Okay. All right. Chris.
Yeah, I'm right there too. I'm gonna give it 4 claimed souls. She didn't get the 5th. Obviously Mia survives. So, it's a fun movie. It's in the vein of being the horror side of Evil Dead. So I was cool with it. It doesn't mess with the universe at all. It can kind of slot in on its own. We'll go 4.
All right. Vinnie.
Yeah. Actually, technically, it hold on. It did get 5, but her soul came back. So she did die. I think that's why it possibly why the blood.
I wondered that too. Does it count?
Oh, sneaky! You're right, Vinnie.
Yep.
So,
but there was only 5 total people in the cabin, and he was still alive at that point. So it's still only 4.
Well, no, it's when it all burned. That's when it started raining. When the two guys died, when he shot the gasoline, that's when it started raining.
Okay. Because I thought she was coming out of the ground before that, but okay, I got you.
Nope.
I'll let you have it. Very good.
Yeah. So, but yeah, just for that scene as well, like you said, it wasn't perfect, but it was very close. I give it a 4.5 out of 5.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. 4.55. Everybody's giving this one high marks. Trina.
All right. I think I'm gonna go with 4 as well. It's not perfect, but it's a good part of the franchise. And we just lost Chris.
Yeah.
They claim 1 soul so far.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like 4 is a fair mark. It did what it needed to do. It had great pacing. The acting was fantastic, and it was. You can tell that it was in the Evil Dead franchise. with all of the throwbacks to the original movies. So yeah, I feel like fair is four. 4 is fair.
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right, so 4 for Trina. There, whoop.
There we go.
There he is.
We were fighting over Chris.
We both, we're fighting over. We both hit the button at the same time.
They brought you back at the same time, so your soul is.
Hey, you know what they did, Chris? They just put a battery pack with 2 needles into your heart.
Yep.
Juiced you back to us.
Oh, that's like
Etep he wanted to go through the rectum. I heard.
Oh my god!
Damn near killed him.
I'm not Ant-Man. I'm not Ant-Man trying to kill Thanos.
Right, exactly. Or the boys. Oh, don't sneeze.
Oh my god, I love that fucking show. God, I love that show.
Yeah, I was out in that last season.
Oh.
All right, what are you giving it, Etep?
All right, this one is a one. No, honestly, I'm not, like I said, I'm more of a franchise tourist for Evil Dead. That's I
yeah, but
no problem
as a horror movie though.
But no, okay, so let me finish, bro. No,
yeah,
I enjoyed it more than I did the first time I watched it, knowing that it's not, supposed to be a reboot or a sequel. It's its own thing. It stands alone. The effects are great in this. They're fucking fantastic.
Yep.
I didn't know how much fake blood they use, but now I know, and that makes it even cooler. The characters, the actors were really good in this. For basically, no, I didn't know any of them. I had no idea who any of them were. I couldn't pick them out of a lineup kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I liked it. I'm looking for things wrong, honestly, other than the couple scenes we mentioned that kind of would the suspension of disbelief is interrupted. But it still didn't take you out of the movie completely. I'll give this one a very generous 4 out of 5, and I don't do that very often, but yeah, I'll go 4 out of 5 on this one.
Yep,
nice.
So it's a solid movie.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
It really leans into the horror more, which is I liked it. The gore and the kills it's fun, especially when you appreciate good special effects. So yeah, it was a good movie. It was a good movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Very strong beginning and didn't let up until there were 2 things at the end that took me out of it, or for a split second, but it, like you said, it didn't take me all the way out. So yeah, I think that's a good solid score. Nice job.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, this was fun.
This was a fun one to watch again.
Yeah.
And we've I think this is another movie we've reviewed for longer than its runtime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but let's talk about it. Did we really?
No, you take all the sidebars out of there. We talked about the movie for like 15 minutes.
This happens.
I guarantee you that you could put the 5 of us in a room with no topic going in, and an hour and a half later, we'd be laughing and cutting up about some horror movie somewhere.
Oh yeah,
Definitely,
absolutely.
Yep.
We should do the freaking series at some point again. I know Trina and I we've reviewed it, like the full TV series, but we should do it again, or do some other kind of watch party or something, because it's worth it and it's so much fun. Really
I'm always up to rewatch the series. I just watched it like about a month ago.
I think I still have stars. I think I still have stars. I'm not sure. It depends. If Adam has stars, I have stars.
You can buy it. It's actually not expensive.
No, I think honestly I get it with something that I already have, which is kind of funny because Adam sent me his stuff and I'm like, I think I have it. Like, honestly, I wasn't sure. There's a couple streaming services, but like, oh, I actually subscribed to like Prime. I thought I canceled my Prime Video subscription as I was going to watch a movie. It's like, it's on Prime. Like, oh, fuck, oh, wait, no, I still have a subscription here. Okay.
Nice. Yeah, you should check. Walmart might have the whole. That's why I got it on DVD, all 3 seasons.
I'm going to go up there tomorrow.
It was like $15.
Yeah.
So that's pretty damn good.
Because they have all those horror box sets out now, and plus they have a couple other series. Like the wife and kid are watching The Walking Dead, so I want to buy the entire Walking Dead series. Because I only need the last compendium for that too. I have all the comics.
Yeah.
Which those are fucking fantastic.
I still wanted to watch the Rick Grimes one. But I don't have the AMC thing.
I haven't watched it yet. It was supposed to be 2 movies. I used to be huge into The Walking. I did a radio segment about The Walking Dead on my fucking Saturday night show. But yeah, it was supposed to be like 2 movies, and then COVID happened and it got pushed back to 1 movie, and then it was it's going to be a show or limited series. And yeah, because they tied him in that. Oh my God, that Walking Dead World Beyond show was so fucking cringe. That was like the YA Walking Dead show. And I gave up after the first season. I said, I can't. My wife watched the second season, and she would just tell me like what would happen in like the episode post-credit scenes, because those were like the only things that really mattered, was like to the overall story in the, in that world, was those little scenes. Like the overall episodes were just shit. Like I hated all the fucking characters. I hated all the characters. I wanted them all to die, like all of them. Like,
I lost interest in Walking Dead after I think it was the 3rd season. I was just like, I'm just done.
Yeah.
I tried.
I can't remember what season I bowed out on, but I wanted to see the return of Rick, and I just
I was devoted as fuck to that show. I never stopped.
I couldn't keep watching. Like I tried after Rick was off the show, and I was like, this just I don't care about any of these people anymore.
Yep.
See, I'm a huge Jeffrey Dean Morgan fan, and I fucking love Negan's character. I cosplayed as Negan.
He's a great actor, but I don't like what they did with the character either.
I didn't like the character either.
No, the direction they took him, like the All Out War, doing 16 full episodes of that was bullshit. They should have done 8 episodes. It should have been 8 episodes, and then the Whispers, and then the fucking you go to the fucking what was the big the Commonwealth. You go to the Commonwealth, and then you wrap up with like a longer Commonwealth arc and avoid the pratfalls of the fucking ending of the fucking comic.
Go
ahead.
Can I bring up a different series? Have you guys ever watched Devil in Ohio that's on Netflix? What did you think about that, Trina?
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it was decent.
What's that about?
What is it?
It's the story is about a girl who escapes a cult in middle Ohio, where there's a lot of like Amish community and so forth, and she escapes this cult, and you think through the series that she's getting better because she moves in with her psychiatrist and family. Right. It's a some good twists and turns to it. Yeah, really good.
Really hang on. Definitely creepy. Children of the Corn.
4 years or so back.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
All right. All right. So it's
you get that He Who Lives Behind the Rose kind of feel to everything going on.
What's it called again?
It's called Devil in Ohio.
Devil in Ohio.
Yeah, and it's only like the rest of Netflix. It's only like an eight episode series, but it's a really it's one of those where I watched it. And I'm going to Chris, going, dude, have you seen this yet?
I was one of those ones where I'm like, okay, I'll watch it, and I was like, all right, that's
nice.
We're in.
Yeah.
I just watched like about an hour and 40-minute video doc about a cult the other day. Pretty well-known cult, actually, Scientology.
You sure it wasn't Comic Street?
Don't want to go there.
Yeah, I don't need to be investigated.
I don't want Tom Cruise. I don't want Tom Cruise knocking on my door. So.
Jumping on your couch.
Tom Cruise. Yep.
Tom Cruise, come out of the closet.
He's still in there with John Travolta. He won't come out.
I'm still in the closet. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I love that X. That's a fucking great X. That's great. Oh my god. That's awesome.
The thing I love, I gotta hand it to Tom Cruise about something, is when he did the Top Gun, the second movie, Top Gun 2, or is that what it was called?
Maverick.
Yeah,
Maverick. Yeah.
I need to see that.
Do you know how many of the Top Gun movies I've watched?
Don't say 0.
You know how many movies I'm ever going to watch?
No, why? Dude.
He's not a Tom Cruise fan.
Okay, so anyway.
I'm not only not a Tom Cruise fan, I'm the stellar opposite of a Tom Cruise fan.
Oh, okay. So, all right, I get that.
I'm like that with Tom Hanks.
I really liked. I really appreciated Tom Cruise for being like, I hope you guys like this because we saw it in the theater, and he at the beginning of the movie he was like, "This is for you guys. This is for the fans."
Right.
And stuff.
I agree with that.
I loved that. I thought that was just an awesome touch.
I think Risky Business was the last movie of his that I watched that I truly enjoyed.
Oh wow!
Well, The Color of Money was pretty good too, but I didn't like him in it.
Yeah, I see. Now I'm just the opposite. I thought The Color of Money itself was just a shit movie in general. If you watch it now and look back at it, and you'll be like,
yeah, it's been a minute. But I love the original. I can't think of the name of it now.
Like Mission Impossible and all that.
No, the pool movie, the Hustler. The original Hustler movie was fucking fantastic.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it.
Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder, yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
He was fantastic in that.
He was really good.
That was funny. I agree.
Whether you hate him or not, he was amazing in that movie.
That was funny.
Fuck your own face.
Yes.
I love that.
Yep, I agree.
Yep. So, no, I've never seen Maverick. I haven't. I haven't seen Top Gun in I don't know how long.
I don't even remember Top Gun. I know I saw it when I was a kid, but I'd have to go back and see that before I watch Maverick. I
haven't. Like I said, it's been so long. I haven't seen a Mission Impossible movie since the second one because that was the one that had
those.
That had was it Metallica? I Disappear. That was like on the soundtrack to that. Yeah. But yeah, that's the last one of those I saw. You're talking about Tom Hanks. To bring this to horror, they're redoing The Burbs for the modern audience.
Cringe.
Who's gonna be? That was a good movie.
Keke Palmer, I believe, is in the show.
Yeah. It's after more current stuff that Tom Hanks has done. Why I can't watch his shit anymore. But there were movies I did enjoy that he did.
Plus, Princess Leia was in The Burbs. Carrie Fisher.
Right.
And Rick Ducommun, and Bruce Dern, and Corey Feldman.
Where is that streaming? I think.
I think it was on
Peacock.
It might be. It might be on. It might be on the cock, as it were. Yeah. Is The Burbs on the cock?
No, Etep, we do not call it the cock.
Is The Burbs on the cock?
The cock of B. What?
You said cock 3 times.
Oh no! Slapped in the face with one now. Damn it!
That was just a bit that I do with Harrison Ford.
Hans cock.
Good old Hans cock. It's a play on what's his face, Doomcock. I used to report the news, but actual facts, and he would just go on Reddit. So I had a whole spoof thing that I did as Harrison Ford. I got a bunch of videos I've done. There's only one source. You can only trust one cock, and that's Hans cock.
I pulled up this article from Variety about the Burbs series because if anything, this cult classic, The Burbs, you can replace Tom Hanks, Bruce Dern, and Rick Ducommun. It's Keke Palmer.
What?
That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. That's some pig.
Who's doing
Seth
this?
MacFarlane is in this. I mean, is producing this.
Yeah.
I would watch it, but I don't want to.
Yeah, I know, right?
Same.
Yeah, Seth MacFarlane. He lost whatever magic he did have.
Yeah. See, I used to love the Orville. I
Oh
fucking
yeah,
love,
man.
I got to stream with Jay Lee from the Orville. He was super fucking cool, and he was on Family Guy and shit. So I got to do all my Family Guy impressions for him, and
sweet.
I was like,
awesome.
Hey, I was like, hey, Jay Lee, is it all right if a white guy does a Cleveland voice for you? Is that okay, Jay Lee, if I do this voice? Maybe I could just go right into Joe Swanson, Jay, and say I have a tremendously large upper body because my legs don't work. Hey, Peter, who's the black guy? You got a wife? Quagmire. That's the last thing you want to do. Remember last time you banged Cleveland's wife? You went all psycho. Yeah, let's not do that again, Quagmire.
You can give Seth MacFarlane a run for his money, Etep.
Oh yeah,
right.
I could. I don't know. Mickey the robot.
Is that Rocky?
I'm just a man. I'm just a man.
Oh my God. All right. Well, Allan has to go. Allan and Allan and Chris, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Oh. It was a blast. You guys were awesome. And plug your channel. Tell us what you got going on.
Chris, go ahead.
Thanks for having us, guys. Love talking to you guys. You can catch us on all the socials and contact us through bio.link/graverev. That's our bio link. You got our TikTok, our Instagram, our Twitter, X, email. You can reach out to us, suggestions. We do Tuesday night terrors, 7 o'clock on Tuesdays, and 7:30 Thursday night frights. Thursday night frights is our live show. We love getting in contact with the chat. You can become part of the Talking Dead, and we will accept you. So, come check us out. Grave reviews.
And
for being here, guys.
No, we thank you. I just put the bio link there in the chat if anyone wants to stop over and see one of our merchandise, or what we love is when someone sends us an email. We actually answer everything personally, and whether it's a comment or email, whatever the case may be, we try to grow the community because we love our people and we love the Talking Dead, and they're so much fun to hang out with, so much fun. Nice. So we're like we said earlier, we're doing King Timber, so we're off this week, but starting next week and the next 2 weeks we're doing Stephen King movies for Stephen King's birthday. Come check it out. You get a chance Thursday nights. We go live at 7:30 ish.
Awesome.
Well, thank you guys for being here. We'll be back live here tomorrow night at about 8:15 Eastern, between 8:05 and 8:15 Eastern, for Andy Sedaris's 1979 action flick 7, Savanos. We'll be watching that one and hanging out. That'll be up on Patreon on Thursday. That's patreon.com/wrestlingwithhorror420. Thank you for Vinnie and Trina and Allan and Chris. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Thank you to our patrons and our channel members as well. We love you guys. We will see you tomorrow.
Real quick, too, man. Hi, I'm Chopped Liver. I have a book that it's still going to be available for at least the next couple of days because once Kickstarter, once they pay me, I should start talking to the printer and getting the books done. So The Art of Vinnie Tartamella, work of art. It's 140 pages. Go back that one. And I do have some other projects on there. You get City of Venus, my comic book. You can get Shadow of the Kraken. Through the Woods is now moved over to Vinnieart.com. So go check it out over there if you're looking for it. And we should be having the toy stream, I believe, on Thursday. I'll have my Friday stream, it's also my birthday. And then later in the evening, we'll be hanging out over on Etep's channel watching Friday the 13th, part 2. So, hell yeah. Thank you, everybody. And have an awesome night. You can catch the rest of us in the cabin.
Absolutely.
I'm going to stay away from the cabin. But, we'll catch you guys tomorrow night. And then, Friday for Friday 13th, part 2 for Vinny's birthday. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate being
while we're signing off, if you don't mind, I will sign off the way we do on Grave Reviews every week. Ladies and gentlemen, until we all meet again, may your nightmares be groovy. Have a great night, everybody.
Peace.
Peace.